I'm feeling really fired up about this now. So I'm super excited to talk to you, even though it's a little bit late. So deciding it's done. So the key message here today is you don't get what you want, right? You don't get what you want. You get what you claim. You get what you decide. When you can claim something, when you know it's done, when you really powerfully are like, I am choosing that and I am doing that and I know it's done, that is when you create. You don't create from a space of wanting, right? You don't create from a space of wanting, going, let's say, I really want to sign some new clients this month. I really want to do that. That's really what I want. I'm not quite sure how it's going to happen, but that's really what I want. That doesn't create. That energy does not create. You only get what you claim, right? You get what you claim. So if you're wanting to, let's say you're wanting to create $10,000 for the month and that's what you want, but you're looking for evidence. You're looking for evidence to see how it's possible before you believe it, before you decide it's done. You won't create it. You're going to stay in this loop of, I'll believe it when I see it. And the whole point of manifestation, the whole simple way it works is like I said, you get what you claim, you get what you decide, you get what you believe. So when you can move into, I am making $10,000 this month and I believe that, I don't need to see the evidence of how it's happening. I don't need to know how it's going to happen. I just believe that it's happening. I've decided that it's done and I trust. I trust that I will be guided. I trust that people, circumstances, ideas, inspiration will line up to bring it to me, right? That's how it works. So let's say, for example, you do want to create $10,000 this month or at the end of the month, next month, whatever. And that's what you want to do, but you've got these thoughts of, well, I'm not sure if I'm that good. I'm not sure if I'm good enough. I've never created $10,000 before. The most I've created in my business is like $2,000 in a month. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to sign clients. I'm not sure where they're going to come from. I don't really think I'm that good at sales, but I really want to make $10,000. I really want to, but you've got all that other active energy. You're not going to create. Right? You're not going to create from a place of, I'm not good enough. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to sign clients. I'm not great at sales. None of that stuff is going to help you create. When you shift your energy to, once you release that resistance, because all of those things are resistance, that I'm not good enough, I'm not good at sales, all that stuff, it's resistance, right? So when you move into that place of, I know my work's freaking amazing. I know I can help change people's lives. I know what I've got to offer is valuable and I know people need this now. And I am creating $10,000 this month because that's what I've decided I'm doing. That is when you create. That is when you create. You don't need to see the outcome before it happens. You need to believe it before you can see it, right? So it's what you can claim and know with certainty, what you can believe. That's when you create. And it really is that simple. And I kind of really want you to understand, because I see a lot of women really wanting to do things, but their dominant energy is all around their lack and their limitations and their fears. And all that stuff will stop you from creating. And so it's about that. It's about faith, right? It's about faith. But we get what we expect always. We get what we expect always in life, in every area of life. So if you expect work to be hard, getting clients to be hard, it will be. If you expect clients to flow easily, to be able to sign clients easily, it will be, right? You absolutely get what you expect. You get your beliefs, right? That's what creates. It's so interesting. I just literally got off a call with a woman earlier today and I asked her, what is it that you really want? And her response was, well, what I want and what's realistic, they're two different things, aren't they? And I was like, no, they're not. They're exactly the same thing. What you want and what's realistic, you create that reality, right? You create the reality. Who decides what's realistic? Who decided that $10,000 next month is not realistic? If the most you've ever made in your business before is $2,000 a month, who's decided that you can't jump to 10? Who decides that? Who's made up that realistic guidelines of what's realistic? Is it because you're measuring yourself against the masses of what other people have been trying to have created for themselves? Because here's the thing, most people don't deliberately create. Most people look at lack, and most people believe that work and business and achieving their success is hard, and you've got to put in a lot of hard work and effort to get there. And most people believe that building up to a certain income level takes a certain period of time, right? That okay, I'm starting, say, at $1,000 a month, and in 12 months' time, I hope to build up to $10,000 a month. That's the way logically most people think. But what I'm all about, what I'm all excited about, what I'm really pumped about today is quantum leaping, right? Quantum manifestation, which all that is being able to quantum leap your success. So rather than going, okay, I start at 1,000, then I've got to go to 2, then 3, then 4, rather than doing that, you choose to take a leap. You choose to go, okay, I'm at 1, but next month I'm going to 10. And how you do that is to normalize that reality, to shift into that, to release that resistance, the resistance of I can't do that because, or I've never done that, which means that I can't do it now. All of those things that come up, all of the reasons you're not really believing, you're not really trusting, you release those things. And once you're able to line up with it, once you're able to feel that it's done, that you can claim it's done because I've decided it's done. That's what I'm calling into my reality, and I can see it, I can feel it, I know it's happening. You will create it. And I've posted about this before, but when I really got the hang of this, I literally went from having $500 months, $1,000 months to $15,000 months in 60 days, right? Because I normalized $15,000 months. That feels good. That feels normal. I can create it. Fuck the fact that I've never done that before in this business, or that I didn't do it last month. I now know how to shift my alignment. I know how to get into vibrational alignment with what I want. I know how to clear that resistance. I know how to let go of, I had all those stories too. I had all those stories of, oh my God, I've never done it before. I haven't signed that many clients before. I haven't worked with that many women before. Am I going to be good enough? Am I going to let them down? Are people going to want to work with me? All of that stuff, that's the stuff you need to let go of. If you're called to... The reason you have your desires is because you're being called to that for a reason. If you've got a business, you are being called to that for a reason. Your higher self, whatever you want to call it, your soul is calling you because it's your path, it's your guidance, it's what you're meant to be doing. And if you're called to that for a reason, then you are capable of doing it. You have everything inside you right now to create whatever you want. It is only your limitations and the resistance that you put forward that is stopping it, right? So once you can really claim it, it will be yours. What if you believe and trust and it doesn't happen? How do you reset? So the whole point about belief is to hold this is where your belief is tested, right? This is the whole point about belief and claiming it and knowing that it's done. Every day I spend time, and I teach my clients as well, to a process to release their resistance, to align with their desires. And your belief is tested, your faith is tested when it doesn't look like it's happening. It's easy to believe when you can see, hello, Chloe, hey to everyone that's jumping on. It's easy to believe it when you can see it happening, right? That's easy. That's not really faith. Faith and true belief is when you hold the belief, especially when it doesn't look like it's happening. So I'd been saying to myself, this happened a little while ago. I was like, well, actually, so just the other week. Okay. So I was like, I'm signing 2 clients this week. I'm signing 2 clients this week. I'm signing 2 clients this week. And no one had signed, right, that week. And I was literally sitting in bed last when was it, last Thursday morning or something. I was having a bit of the kids weren't here, my partner wasn't here, they were away at the grandparents, so I was like totally enjoying me time in bed, listening to a mindset training and really like getting super excited. I was like doing these visualization processes, tuning into what I wanted, and literally two people sent me messages saying, yes, I want to work with you. Literally when I was so super focused on visualizing the future, right? Now it was kind of the end of the week. I've been like signing to clients, shifting resistance every day, aligning with it. And literally when I was really in the energy of focusing on my desires, focusing on my vision, that's when they came to me, right? So we are all magnetic. Energy is magnetic. And like I said, your belief is only tested when it doesn't look like it's coming. So on the last day of the month, if you've got this goal, this income goal for the month, and it's the last day of the month, it's about holding that vision, still holding it no matter what, right? And it's continuing to just clear that resistance. And then, okay, so Caroline asked, what happens if it doesn't come? You continue to hold that belief. So the month ticks over and you're like, okay, cool. I'm making $10,000 this month. Maybe you got close last month. Maybe you got to 15, but you didn't quite, let's say you're going for 20, you got to 15, right? So then it's like the next month, it's like, hey, cool. I'm making 20, and you keep aligning yourself with it. It's still about keeping that faith. It's about trusting that your ability to create is the only restriction is your limitation. So if you're not getting exactly what you want, it just means that you need to continue to release the resistance, right? You need to continue to release the resistance. And when you powerfully are able to step into that place of, I know it's done, that's when you'll really create it, right? And you stop looking for evidence. So like that morning when I got assigned 2 clients, I wasn't sitting on my phone messaging a million people trying to drum up business. I was literally focusing on my vision and doing a mindset training and learning more skills, learning more things that are going to help my clients. I was in the energy of my work's freaking amazing. I love this. I love what I'm doing. Oh my God, I could help clients by adding this to my repertoire. I was in that energy. I wasn't looking for it. I was totally aligned with my desires, and that's when it comes. Okay. So you can often things come in the most unexpected ways. And one of the hardest things, I think, one of the challenges for someone like me who has always come from a lot of masculine energy, meaning really process driven, really system driven. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take lots of action. One of the challenges that I've had has been really releasing all of that and going, none of that is important. It is just aligning your energy and then trusting the pulls, trusting the guidance to what is going to create for you. And this is the thing, is that it's far less about the action than it is your energy. So when you are aligned with your desire, you could take all this different action, but because you're energetically aligned with it, it's all going to work, right? Does that make sense? So you could be taking all the same action, whether you're running a Facebook ad or doing posts or doing lives or whatever you're doing, or sending out emails. If you're taking that action from a place of, oh my God, it's hard to sign clients, I'm shit at sales, I don't think I'm good enough, no one's going to sign up with you. You take that action from a place of, I'm freaking amazing, my work is awesome, I'm changing lives, I'm signing clients, this is how much money I'm making, it is done. People will want to work with you. People will say yes to you, people will reach out to you. That's when it happens. So it's deciding it's done. If you're still in this place of, I really want it, but you ain't creating, you're pushing it away. And I think this is the thing, sometimes the harder we push our businesses, and this was the truth for me, the harder I pushed, the further away it got. Because the harder I pushed and I still wasn't getting the results, the more I fell into this trap of focusing on the lack and focusing on what wasn't working. And that created more of it, right? I was focusing on, oh my God, I'm not making any money, I'm not signing any clients. oh, am I good enough? Am I any good at this anyway? I was focusing on all that stuff. And so everything in my life was reflecting that back to me. It all starts within. If you want to create $10,000 next month in your business, it is, if you have a legitimate, if you have a business now where you've got sort of an offer and you know what you know what you're doing, you got a business set up and you're not making $10,000 a month, you could make it next month. There is nothing stopping you apart from your limitations. There is nothing stopping you. It's just you've got to be able to decide and release the resistance that holds you back. Oh, low battery, that's not good. You've got to release the resistance that holds you back. It's possible for each and every one of you, right? It's possible for all of you. It's not about what anyone else thinks is realistic. In fact, I encourage you not to share your dreams or your goals with anyone that's not super supportive of manifestation, of creation, deliberate creation of what you're wanting to do, because someone who spends most of their life in scarcity and lack and limitation will try and crush your dreams and try and crush your desires. Even my partner, he's been super supportive of what I've wanted to do, but he doesn't have the same belief and faith of where I'm going to, right? He doesn't, when I say, this is how much I'm earning this month, he's like, okay, darling. Or this is how much I'm earning this year, or whatever it is. Or he doesn't see that same vision. And it's not his job to. It's only my job to. I need to line up with it. I need to be in alignment with it. And so do you, right? You need to be in alignment with your desires 100% and believe it. And when you do, you'll create it, right? You always get what you expect. If you expect people to say no, they say no. If you expect people to want to work with you, they will work with you, right? So I hope that's made sense. I was just so fired up. I was like, I really want to talk about this today. Decide it's done, and it's done. That is it. Release all the bullshit, all the limitations of why you think you can't do it. And this is the thing, you can quantum leap. Like the leaps you can take in your business are epic when you line up with it. Don't let anyone talk to you about realistic expectations. Seriously, fuck realistic expectations. They're just people's limitations, right? They're people's limitations. You need to just decide what you want, line up with it, and it's yours. So I hope that's been helpful. I was super excited to talk about this. And if you are ready to do this work, right, if you're ready to jump into that next level and release the limitations, then reach out. Let's chat, because this is what I work with my one-on-one clients. I've got some beautiful clients at the moment, all achieving epic things, and I'd love to chat to you. If you've got any questions, reach out and have an amazing day. Bye.